Alright, so me, your boy, the man, NJ to the city with them between TO. So this is a quick reaction to Tom Macdonald's Don't Look Down. It is literally one of my favorite songs right now that I've been bumping. You can say religiously every single day. Just like I bump NF religiously every single day. And so on. And the same way I bump NF nowadays is the same way I used to bump Drake way back in the day. I grew up on Drake as my favorite rapper and so on. I grew up with Drake as my favorite rapper, and since 2018, NF has taken over that spot, and he's become my favorite rapper. And since then, I've branched out my ear to his producer Tommy Prophet, listened to a bunch of his stuff, Ruel, Flurry, Sam Tinez, a bunch of those artists. And I can assure you, it has worked out dividends. I've learned so much about vast levels of music creation through those guys, listening to their music, their sounds, their sound effects, everything. And God is just good with how He works through the power of music to teach you things lyrically and sonically, and so on. My biggest opinion of Tom Macdonald's Don't Look Down is I compare it to NF's Clouds. Literally, it reminds me of NF's Clouds, a longer version there, I even say, because Tom Macdonald's song Don't Let You or Don't Let Don't Don't Look Down is 7 minutes long. So it literally is a longer version of Clouds, in my opinion, honestly. And I've been bumping it religiously, honestly. And with that being said, Tom Macdonald is just one of the dopest MCs out there. If you were to personally ask me, people need to absolutely stop sleeping on guys like Tom Macdonald. They are the real thing. They are ill. They are trill. They literally, get it done, and they do it right. If you were to personally ask me. And I mean it when I say this, that I don't listen to all the same mainstream artists that everybody else does. I know about all the same mainstream artists that everybody else does, but I don't listen to all of them because if you were to ask me some of the dopest, rawest, illest, trillest, music, particularly hip hop, you will ever find is in the underground, let alone in the subsection of the mainstream. If you were to ask me, which is where I would say guys like Tom Macdonald, I guess you could say Tom Macdonald, and guys like NF are in a subsection of rap's mainstream to an extent, to where it's like, to where it's like them, and a couple of their songs, if not a lot of their songs, but they're still not mentioned in the same category as like a Drake, a J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. So that's what I mean about when I say subsection of rap's mainstream, where about them vastly on that millionaire mark of millions of views and streams and and all these plaques and awards, and you get the point. You know about them on that Grammy stage, on that Grammy type level of being very rewarded and well accomplished in their music journey, music career. But at the same time, they're not in the conversation of a Drake or J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar. And I mean it when I say that. The number one thing that I thought of when I saw that Drake did a collaboration, not Drake, NF did a collaboration with Hobson and Tech Nine off of his tape Clouds was, I'm so happy that NF shared his mainstream platform with two of the most underrated independent, artists, in hip hop over the last decade, more specifically. Definitely of Hobson of that extent. Hobson is so dope and underrated, it's not even funny. And I think rap knows that, but they still keep on trying to ignore guys like him at every single turn because, again, Hobson is just that real, that raw, and he literally, his music bashes your head pretty much. And what that means is, again, it calls out all of just the industry, scum and cess, dare I say, or just the industry's crap, if you were to ask me. But yeah, Tom Macdonald's song title "Don't Look Down" reminds me of NF's Clouds, and I absolutely love it on the same level of NF's Clouds. And I absolutely can tell you when I listen to Lost, NF featuring Hobson, that is exactly what I think about when I say I'm so happy that NF shared his mainstream platform with one of the most underrated, independent, illest rappers over this last decade in Hobson. I'm so happy that he did that, honestly, because Hobson is so underrated, it's not even funny if you were to person ask me. And so on.